Hey guys, okay, I'm so excited today because we're doing one of my favorite things for language. We are going to be diagramming. I know you already know how to diagram, but we're going to do extra with it. So, and it's a short page, so you'll enjoy today's page because it's really, really quick. But before we do get to that, I want to read some sentences for you, and I want you to listen to decide if it is a complete sentence or an incomplete sentence. If it is a complete sentence, I want you to stand and jog in place for 2 seconds. If it is not a complete sentence, I want you to fall flat on the floor, okay? So if it is a complete sentence, you're going to jump up and jog for 2 seconds. If it is not a complete sentence, you fall to the floor, okay? All right, so think carefully. Have you heard of the International Space Station? That is a complete sentence, so you should be up and doing a little jog. Good. Next one. Because scientists from different countries work in it. Because scientists from different countries work in it. Good. You should have fallen flat on the floor. That is not a complete thought, not a complete sentence. Men and women from the United States, Russia, and Italy. Listen again. Men and women from the United States, Russia, and Italy. Right. Again, not a complete thought. Should be flat on the floor. Some nights you can see it orbiting high above the earth. Now you might say, oh, I'm flat on the floor. No, no, no. Because what are we talking about? We're talking about the International Space Station. And so it's saying, if we were in a conversation, some nights you can see it orbiting high above the earth. That is a complete thought, okay? So don't get that confused. Sometimes we get those confused and get mixed up with those. Then the last one, science experiments on the International Space Station. Science experiments on the International Space Station. What about science experiments on the, we don't know. So you should be flat because that is not a complete thought. So remember, a sentence is a group of words that expresses a complete thought. And if it does not have a complete thought, it is not a sentence. So again, don't miss sentence number 4. Some nights you can see it orbiting high above the earth. And it's talking about the International Space Station. So that is a complete thought. Okay, good. All right, look at our sentence that we have on my board. Let's see. It says, silver glitter spilled on the floor, okay? Silver glitter spilled on the floor. And so we know that when we're looking at sentences, the first thing that we need to do is find our verb. Very good. So what is our verb in this sentence? Good, I heard you. Good job, Evan. The verb is spilled, okay? And then we ask who or what spilled? Who or what spilled? Jediah? Very good, glitter. Glitter spilled. And that's where we do our subject predicate divide between glitter and spilled. Now we are going to look for our nouns. Look for all of them. We did okay on the last language page, page 148, but I do want some of you to go back to it. At the bottom, think see. I sent some of those back to you already. Go back through think see because some of you did not underline every single noun. Every single person, place, or thing you want to underline. And then ask your 4 questions. Which one, what kind, how many, or whose. Don't forget, whose room, whose telescope, okay? Whose. And then that's the other thing. Don't forget the 3 words. In that bottom section, a lot of you, even though this whole page, page 148, was about a, and the, you did not circle a, and, or the whole time. Those are the 3 ones that you always are going to circle, a, and the. always circle those because they're always, 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 always adjectives. Okay, they are always going to be adjectives. They're called articles, but they're always going to be adjectives. So you're always going to circle an a, an, or a the. Okay, so think about that carefully. Okay, so back to this. Make sure to underline, excuse me, every noun. Okay, so thinking those nouns through carefully. So our other noun would be obviously floor. We already have glitter. And then we need to ask the questions: which one, what kind, how many, or whose. What kind of glitter? Very good. It's silver glitter. Okay, and so we draw our arrow to show that silver is describing what kind of glitter. Is there any other adjective in here? This is yes. So always, always, always those little words right in front. So go back to page 148. If you missed those, circle the, the and, the okay? But now this is where it gets really good, okay? This is where I get excited because now we're going to be doing some of our diagramming, and diagramming is so awesome. So we already know when we're diagramming that we have our line, our horizontal line, and the first thing we do is we write our verb. Just like we find our verb first, we write our verb first. So on the right hand side, you're going to write your verb spilled, okay? And then you're going to draw a small vertical line in front of it. Now in your book, it's already going to be there for you, I believe, so you won't have to worry about that. But when you have that, you're going to draw a small vertical line in front of it, and then you're going to write your subject. And our subject is glitter. Good, because we already knew how to do subject verbs with our diagramming. Okay, so those are pretty easy. But in this sentence, we have an adjective that describes glitter. And all of our words, not on this sentence, but you're going to learn that all of our words can be diagrammed. And it's so much fun. So in our diagram, in our sentence, there is a word that is describing glitter. That adjective that's describing glitter can also be part of our diagram. So to show that silver is describing the noun glitter on our diagram, you're going to draw a slanted line, okay? Just like that. You're going to draw a slanted line right underneath the word glitter because it's describing that noun glitter. And then next thing that we do is we're going to write the word sliver. Sliver. Oh my. Guys, what is going on? I need another break, I think. Not sliver glitter. Silver glitter on the line underneath. Okay, can you see that? So, let me move this down a little bit. Whoops, sorry. So you're going to write the word silver underneath the word glitter that's there. Let me see if I can move this even more. Sorry. I'm going to transfer you completely. That's better. All right. There we go. So you see how the word silver is right under the word that it's describing. That's how you would write or do the diagram. Now, let's say we decided we had a sentence that had more than one word that was describing glitter. Okay, so let's change our sentence. Let's change our sentence to the sparkling silver glitter spilled on the floor. The sparkling silver glitter spilled on the floor. So we would still have spilled as our verb, obviously. And then put your little vertical line in front. Oh, you can't see. Can you? No. Oh, is that? Wait. Nope. All right, let me zoom it out. That way you can see it a little bit better. So we're still going to have spilled. And then we're going to still have our glitter as our subject in front. But then, if it was the sparkling silver glitter, what are the adjectives in that? Don't forget the very first word, the, is always an adjective. So we would still write capital T because it's the beginning. Then sparkling would be on a second line. Slanted, they're always slanted. And then silver would be on the third line. And they're all going to go right under glitter because they are all describing the word glitter. So the sparkling silver glitter spilled. How cool is that, right? So it's really, really simple. When you are doing your adjectives and diagramming them, they're going to go directly under the noun that you are describing. Now, you don't have to worry about the floor because that's not part of our diagramming that we're doing. It's not part of our subject and verb. So right now, all that we're learning to diagram is our subject and verb. But then with our subject, because, you know, we already know that adjectives only describe nouns. So they're not going to describe our verbs. So there's going to be underneath the noun side, the subject side, and you're going to write whatever words are describing those nouns as your adjectives. So on page 149, it's diagramming subjects and verbs, oh my goodness. I think I need to go back to bed. Subjects and verbs and adjectives. And when you do that, your adjective is going to go under the subject. So look at the box. It says mark the sentence. That's the first thing. And so you're underlining fell twice. You're underlining snow once, and then you're figuring out the words that describe snow, which are the and white. Circle those, draw the arrow to snow. You don't have to worry about underlining all of your nouns this time. But then diagram the sentence. So for sentence number 1, you're going to mark it first. Mark it first. Then go back and diagram subject, verb, and adjectives. And they already give you the line, so that makes it a little easier. So you won't forget the and bright with that. You won't forget with some of those. So thinking carefully. Don't forget to ask your 4 questions. Which one? What kind? How many? Or whose? I'm looking forward to seeing these later on today, and I hope that you'll do really well on them. I know you got it. That's so exciting, though, diagramming. It's so much fun. I told you it would be. So I hope that you'll have fun with that. Really quick, simple page, 3 sentences, that's it. And you're just diagramming them. Mark them first, and then diagram them. All right, looking forward to seeing those.